Hello everybody, welcome to Monday Morning Must Knows. My name is Merlin Rothfeld, and here are three important things to pay attention to for the upcoming trading week. Now last week, boy, we nailed that one, didn't we? We talked about the FOMC meeting, we talked about inflation, we talked about tremendous volatility potentials on that Wednesday. And lo and behold, Wednesday had a huge spike up, Thursday massive move down, and then the remainder of the week, just a lot more volatility. Will it continue? Well, the interesting thing is Jerome Powell at that meeting on Wednesday basically outlined increased pressure on inflation. Therefore, we're going to taper a little bit faster and maybe raise rates in 2022. So what that means is they're going to be looking at economic data much more closely in order to make decisions on whether to speed up even faster their tapering and rate increases in 2022. So let's start things off with earnings, and then we'll dive into two very important pieces of economic data for the upcoming trading week. Now, on your earnings front, it's very light. As we know, Thursday, Friday, it's holiday season, Christmas time, so the market's going to be very, very quiet at the end of the week. But on Monday, you can see we've got Micron Technologies and Nike reporting earnings. Now, there's 92 reporting this week, but most of them are rather small. Tuesday brings you General Mills, BlackBerry, Rite Aid, and FactSet Research. Wednesday brings you Cintas Software, Paychex, and CarMax. And that's it. Thursday, Friday, as we know, you're going to have Christmas break, and most people are going to be gone anyway. Now, let's go and look at the big stuff. Since we talked about inflation last week, this is the tool that the Fed likes to look at the most. It's called the PCE Price Index. Now, as you can see, it's been rising over the past few months. And of course, the talk track is inflation's getting higher. We now have inflation. The CPI number is about 6.8%. Last time we had growth that quickly, the Fed funds rate was right around 7%. And right now, we're at less than 25 basis points. Very, very low. So something's going to give here soon. Thursday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when this announcement comes out. And I just want to put into perspective what normal is, right? What is normal? Well, let's have a red line drawn on this screen. That's your normal, right? That's the normal levels you see going all the way back into 2005. Clearly, something's been going on over the past few readings. Now, the expectation is they're going to come out around 0.4, but we had CPI last week showing a much greater increase. If we start to rise up above that 0.5 mark, we'll see these markets really start to struggle as the inflation fears continue to grow. So make sure you check out that inflation data. Now, the last piece is, one of the pieces that Jerome Powell was talking about was saying growth. We have great growth right now. The GDP targets are 5%. Well, that's fairly lofty, but we'll see what happens. Now, the announcement that's going to be happening on Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time again is about GDP. This is the final numbers. And as you can see on this chart, it's been oscillating back and forth rather aggressively over the past few readings. But the last three bars I want you to notice, we have had a nice increase to the upside. And as that continues, that will give more confidence with the Fed that, hey, our economy is on track and therefore we can continue to be somewhat accommodative. If we start to see shifts in GDP, now all of a sudden we run into some very big problems that we talked about last week on our special on inflation. If growth starts to slow down, what they want to do is stimulate that. But they can't stimulate it because inflation is rising. So we might start to see this battle between growth and inflation start to intensify. That starts to show up on our Tuesday and our Wednesday readings for next week. That, my friends, is your Monday Morning Must Knows. We'll see you next week and have a fantastic holiday.